Thanks for coming here, the Queer on the Street. And I propose that henceforth this podcast shall be afforded the right to wackiness, silliness, and occasional bouts of seriousness. These rights shall be held self-evident in perpetuity. This action has been proposed by your amend host, Vince, for your approval forthwith. Is this the real life? 'Cause when I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see 1, 2 Princess here before you. It's been 1 week since somebody once told me that my baby don't mess around because, yo, listen up. Here's the story about your begin host, Josh. How's it going, Josh?
The fact that you took the time to stitch together the beginnings of all those songs just made me so happy.
I mean,
Oh,
it took me an entire 15 minutes to do that.
yeah, but you delivered on it. That's the impressive part. I would have been all twisted up trying to do that.
I was.
You said, "Oh, it happened."
Oh yeah. That's what the rehearsals are for, Josh.
No, we don't do rehearsals.
I do some rehearsals.
Nope, not allowed.
Fair enough.
I refuse.
Have you at least rehearsed your fun fact?
I might have. So, did you know that the code in the Matrix, do you know where that comes from?
It's half kanjis.
Nope.
Huh?
Well, kind of. So, the green symbols trailing down the Matrix aren't completely completed or complicated algorithms. A product designer scanned labels from his wife's sushi cookbooks, then manipulated them to create the iconic code.
Mm-hmm.
So I just scanned labels.
But they're half kanjis, right? The way that they are on Japanese keyboards.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. At least I don't know.
I just thought that was funny. That's how he came up with them.
Yep, that is pretty funny. I knew that. I knew that they were Japanese characters. I guess I didn't know that they were. That's how that he came up with them.
Yeah,
that is interesting.
Yeah, very unexpected.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I go ahead and say the thing that I say, which is that we are Queer on the Street. Josh over there. And I take one word that have been generated from the puzzle word game Quordle and pick a word and talk about whatever the hell we can based on them.
Yeah.
Obviously.
We do those things.
This week's words are coming from October 9th through the 15th. If you want to see those, head on over to our Twitter. If you're lucky, you can see them. Pick your own. Tell us what it is. Tell us what you wanted to do on it. Join the Discord. Talk about everything and the other. This week, Josh goes first. Was that enough weird preamble?
No. I need more. Perfect. That was exactly what we were missing. That everyone will agree.
Just stammering and stumbling. Makes great audio.
This week, I decided to go with brain as my word.
Okay.
And initially, I didn't think about this at all. And then I scanned back through it, and it made me think of the movie Waiting, where, they squeezes his sack and makes it look all veiny, and they call it the brain in the movie. So it made me think about just different movie scenes, some of our favorite movie scenes, some that we might think are underrated. Thought we could have a discussion about those.
Well, all right. I'm into it.
Yeah. So, of course, that is one of my favorite scenes. That whole thing unfolds in Waiting.
Yeah,
sure. The movie in general was just so good, especially at the time that it came out.
Abe Lincoln, but you got to remember that it has to be shaved and correct. Yeah.
Yep. Is there any that you can think of favorite scenes from movies?
Yeah, I mean, I have, my favorite movies and probably just scenes from those.
Yeah, but I mean, is there like specific scenes that just stick out to you?
Absolutely. I don't know if you could even consider it a scene. It's a collection of scenes, but the beginning of There Will Be Blood
Mm-hmm.
was just like mind blowing to me. And I think any movie that starts with 15 minutes of no dialogue just sort of captures me, because I know that like Wall-E is kind of like that too,
Yeah.
which is funny to like
Compare the two.
be saying like Wall-E and There Will Be Blood. Wall-E drinks your milkshake.
They're equal movies. I don't know what you're talking about.
They probably are.
They're about
in
the same
popularity.
thing.
Like they are about exactly the same thing. You're right. Eva is a oil man.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's I think the first thing that comes to mind when I'm thinking of like a specific scene from a movie is just that opening to There Will Be Blood.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I don't know if you've even never seen the movie.
I
honestly.
have when it like right after it came out, but I don't remember it. So I should really watch it again.
Yeah, that movie is incredible. It's definitely like top 5 for me.
One of my favorites has got to be like the end scene in The Usual Suspects.
Mm-hmm.
Just like if you didn't already piece it together, seeing them start to allude to it in the movie, and then watching the ending, you know, when he walks out, straightens up and just walks away, and you're just like, oh my God. Now, granted, I know I probably like it more because I was so young when I first saw it. And,
Yeah.
you know, it didn't have the same depth of understanding in movies because I just hadn't seen as many at that time. So just, I don't know if it would hold the same weight if I had seen it for the first time now, but I honestly think it probably would. I just think it's a very well done movie.
Yeah, I think if you saw it for the first time now, that it holds the same weight.
Yeah.
I think the reason that I don't pick a scene like that for my favorite scene in a movie is because you can't watch it twice, you know?
Yeah.
Once you already know, then it's done. You can't go back and watch it again unless, I mean, I know that that's what people like reaction videos for. Makes them feel like they're watching it for the first time again.
See, but unless it's a comedy movie, I can't do that with any movie other than comedy, really.
You can't watch a movie more than once?
I mean, I can, but it's not the same.
I guess. I don't know. I think Forrest Gump gets better every time I watch it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know.
Sure. No, I get you.
Forrest Gump is even more of a comedy to me than it should be.
It has funny moments. I wouldn't say it's comedy.
No, it's not, but I just laugh the entire time I watch it.
Yeah. But Jenny,
life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get.
Yep. Let's see. What are some of my other favorites?
I got a bunch if you need me to give you some time.
No, I'm basically going through my favorite movies in my head and picking my favorite scene from the movie.
Yeah, see, I went about it a little differently. I just like tried to think of scenes that stick out to me, like that I might not watch the movie all the time. I'd only watched it once, but like that one specific scene stuck with me for some reason.
Yeah. I think the next thing that really is strong in my mind is like the awakening scene in The Matrix.
Yeah, that is a dope scene.
That scene is just, you have no idea what is going on. What the hell is happening? He just touched this mirror. He got all mirrory himself, and now a machine is picking him up. He's buck-ass naked.
Yeah.
It's so good. It's like perfectly paced too.
My Matrix movie scene has got to be the helicopter.
Yeah, sure.
Elevator going down, just putting that on the bass on, just feeling just shake it. Oh,
that
it's just so good.
The lobby scene just before that in The Matrix is my and my brother's actually sound system test.
Yeah,
that's the scene that we put on when we test sound systems.
So good, so
that
good.
And the opening in the intro to NHL '98.
That one's a little less understandable, but
it's so good. I highly recommend you go check out the intro to NHL '98. In fact, I will go ahead and pull it up and link it in the Discord.
Nice. Have you seen 21 Jump Street?
No.
Okay, well, damn. Do I want to spoil? Oh, you're not. It's been out long enough. You're never gonna watch it.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
So one of mine comes from that, and in that movie, Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum play undercover cops that go back to school, college, and to try to bust a drug kingpin kind of deal. And Jonah Hill's character ends up sleeping with Ice Cube, who's his boss. It ends up sleeping with his daughter in the movie, but he doesn't know about it until, like, they don't realize until they go in for a meeting, and her picture is like him standing next to it. Like, Channing Tatum has no idea, and he figures it out like mid meeting, like after Jonah Hill's character and Ice Cube already had like an awkward dinner. Channing Tatum's just left like the third wheel, like he's the only one in the room that doesn't know, and he like pieces it together mid like awkward conversation between them, and he just snaps, and he's like, "Oh my god, he slept with the boss's daughter!" He like runs out of the room and just screams it to everybody in the building. He's like, he's been piping the boss's daughter. And you just see Ice Cube's character just mean mugging, like, "I'm gonna kill this motherfucker." Oh, so good. So that
sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's just really funny.
Along those lines, I think I gotta pick a comedy movie now.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna be The Job Interview in Step Brothers.
A good choice. I think I can
so
help with
good.
the Pam situation.
I'm sorry. Are you saying Pan or Pam? It's just silent N. Pam.
I get it. You know, the suits are funny.
Pa. 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 It's so good.
I can taste it on my tongue. That's that ketchup and onions.
Man, it's been too long since I watched that movie.
Oh, and then he goes, "Yeah, now that I think about it, the suits are kind of fucked up." Such a good scene. Oh,
yeah,
so
for sure.
I think for me, for Step Brothers, it's got to be the bunk bed scene.
Yeah, it's so quotable.
Oh, it is.
There's so much more room for activities.
Why did you let us build bunk beds? That's such a bad idea. That or where are you going? Going upstairs to put my nuts on your drum set. If you touch my drums, I'm going to stab you in the neck with a knife.
The funniest part about that scene is that he stands in the living room just yelling.
Yeah, instead of going up to chase him and stop him, he waits for him to get in there, take his sack out, and then runs up the stairs. Yeah. Yep.
Ay, what a movie.
I know. Yep, that one's phenomenal. And you know what? I actually thought of this one late, and I'm kind of sad that it took me this long to think of it, but Anchorman, the anchor people brawl outside.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Where'd you get those clothes? The toilet store?
That was earlier.
That was right before it. It's right before it.
That's like way before it in the park when they meet the other news team.
It is.
And he says
the next
brick.
Yeah, you're right.
Is it really that quick?
It's
I didn't
like,
think so.
It's like 2 scenes after. You're right. I forgot that there's the gap between it. Yeah, because they're all standing out there.
Yeah, because the end of that scene is, what, you guys couldn't say anything?
Yeah.
Even the guy who can't think says something.
Yeah. I love the scene though. Like, Brick throws the trident. He's got the grenade and it never goes off. Like he's holding it with the pin out in his hand, just running around going
I killed a man. Yeah, Brick killed a man with a trident. I've been meaning to talk to you about that. You should probably lay low
for a while.
Go stay with some family out of town.
I love Lamp. Do you really love Lamp, or are you just saying things that you see and saying you love it?
I love Lamp.
Lamp?
I love Lamp.
Oh, what a good movie. I
What?
regret this decision immediately.
What is? I think I know what diversity is. I think it's an old wooden ship used during the Civil War era.
Santiago, which of course means a whale's vagina.
Santiago.
That's what I mean. It's just the movies that are just so quotable from scenes are just so good.
I know, right? All right. I am going to pull up my movie library.
What, to go through
Keep
some of
doing
them?
that. I keep doing that. I keep saying this is like the second episode now that I have said library but slurred through the R, and it sounds like I'm saying library, and I'm not. I promise.
He is. Don't let him lie to you.
Nah. Nah. It's like my great argument that I made to you last night.
Yeah.
No, that's it. It's the entire argument.
You know which one that I was surprised I thought of thinking about this, because I sat at work for a good portion of the last few days just thinking about ones. Old School, when Will Ferrell shoots himself in the neck with a tranquilizer gun, and then he just proceeds to just manhandle all those little kids as he's just stumbling through, just poof, 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 and just knocking them all over everywhere.
Here's a good one. The party scene in Cloverfield, like the first one of the first scenes in Cloverfield.
I don't remember
where like shit goes down. Oh, that's a good one.
Wasn't my cup of tea, so I don't remember that scene at all.
Fucking love Cloverfield.
Oh, I didn't think about this when we were talking about the brawl. When he calls and talks to Baxter, and he goes, "What? You pooped in the refrigerator?
You pooped in the refrigerator?
You ate a whole wheel of cheese? I'm not even mad. That's amazing.
I'm not even mad." Okay, I will pick one. I will pick a more recent one.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it yet. Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at Once?
No.
Then the scene that I am talking about, it's kind of a recurring scene, but what I will say about it is hot dog fingers.
Oh.
If that's not enough to make you watch that movie, I don't know what is.
I want to say I wanted to see it. I just haven't yet.
It's very good.
I think I remember seeing the trailer for it.
Oh, man. Fight Club. What to pick out of Fight Club?
Yeah, Fight Club has a lot of them.
Like that first fight scene, the first scene where it's showing them bringing up Fight Club.
Yeah.
Now I'm just scrolling down the list. Gladiator, Are You Not Impressed? Oh.
40-year-old virgin. Kelly Clarkson! Mom! The meatloaf!
Oh, yeah, the meatloaf.
Yeah.
In that one.
Or when they're playing poker, and God, I can't remember what his name is. One comedian, and he comes in and they're doing all the sexual act stuff, the pussy juice cocktail, the rusty trombone.
Oh, yeah, right?
All that. I laughed so much. Dude, do you know that, like, 2008 was just such a good year for movies?
Was it?
Yeah, hold on. You pick a couple more so I can give you this list of comedy movies that released.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and I'm just continuing to scroll down the list. The Jerk, the like opening line to The Jerk, or not even the opening line, like the first flashback scene in The Jerk where Steve Martin says, "I was born a poor black child." It's so good. Sets the whole tone for the whole movie.
Okay, so we have Pineapple Express, Step Brothers, Role Models, Tropic Thunder, Semi-Pro, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Zack and Mira Make a Porno. Let's see. Maybe that's it. I thought there was more, but even that.
Man, Napoleon Dynamite. Back in my school days, I could throw a pigskin clear over them mountains.
I think the most unforgettable scene in Napoleon Dynamite is the dance.
Yeah, it's either the dance scene or it's like eat the casserole, Titi, you fat cow.
I don't know. The one that sticks out to me the most, actually, now I think about it, is now my tots.
Yeah. Yeah. Napoleon, let me get some of those. No, get your own.
Get your own.
Oh man.
Oh, this one's good. Depending, some people don't like this movie, but I find it absolutely hilarious. How do you feel about Borat?
Very nice.
the scene where they get into the naked fight in the hotel.
Yeah.
Just chasing each other with the dildos down the...
I haven't
man.
seen that movie in so long. I can remember that's not my favorite scene from the movie, but I can't remember all of it enough to pick a favorite.
I just laugh so hard when I see that scene. I mean, there's just... That movie's so quotable. There's just so many.
Yep. The plan coming together scene in Ocean's 11. Like Christmas Town and Nightmare Before Christmas. It's too much. It's too much to... How are you gonna... It's crazy.
There's a lot of good ones, man.
The signs scene, the flashback scene where his wife gets killed in Scary Movie 3, where the sheriff's hat, like the brim, keeps getting bigger.
Keeps getting bigger, yeah.
With every shot.
Yes. I think my favorite Scary Movie 3 scene still has to be when he keeps hitting his head on the shelf when they're playing Yahtzee.
Are you okay? Yeah, I don't know. I just was
Yahtzee!
passed out here. And Yahtzee!
Oh, either that or the when the ring girl comes out of the TV.
Yeah.
Beat his ass, Cindy.
What a good movie.
So good. About
I'm in Lesbians with You from Scott Pilgrim. That's a good one.
The McLovin scene during Superbad. Or not Superbad. Yeah, Superbad, yeah. Or the dick drawings.
Yeah. Do you know how many foods are shaped like dicks?
The best kinds. Yeah. Yep. I used to draw big, veiny, girthy motherfuckers.
Yeah. Okay. We could just do this forever. Should we move on?
Oh, there's so
many. Or should
many.
we just keep gushing about like the meow scene in Super Troopers?
Oh, I still got a couple more.
Okay.
The meow scene's phenomenal. How about meow? Oh man.
I'm sorry. Are you saying meow? Am I saying meow? Do I look like a cat? Am I jumping around all nimbly bimbly like?
3 best friends that anyone could have. That scene when he comes up, when he starts singing the song in The Hangover is just so good. Or when they wake up and they have the face tattoo.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I gotta pick the Mike Tyson scene out of Hangover though.
Yeah, or when they steal the tiger.
Yep. When he's just the breakdown to In the Air Tonight where Mike Tyson is doing the air drumming. Bam!
Yep. Yeah, 100%.
That's very good.
All right, my last one that I have written down is Forgetting Sarah Marshall. In the very almost very beginning of the movie when
the breakup,
and he's just dick swinging out. Like that is the only time I think that I've seen them use male nudity in a movie where it made it substantially funny because you felt how awkward. You knew how awkward that would be in a real life scenario. If you're trying to break up with somebody and have a serious conversation and they're just naked with their junk staring at you.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. I think I have 2 more and then I'm just going to be done.
Okay.
Pop quiz hot shot from Speed. It's so good. It's such a good phrase to say. Pop quiz hot shot. There's a bomb on a bus.
Yeah.
And then I want to pick one from Spaceballs. I think it's got to be the assholes. It's got to be assholes.
Yeah.
Who put that man in charge of being on guns? I did, sir. Is he an asshole too? Who else here is assholes? Yo, I'm surrounded by assholes.
Actually, I thought of another one just sitting here, and then we can be done.
Okay.
Ben Stiller and Dodgeball. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
Yeah, man. Yep.
He kind of goes under the radar now. He had some really good movies.
I mean, he stopped doing his thing. He got that Payday.
Yeah.
All those Paydays. He was big for a while. And then he just sort of slowed down. He's still the movies that he's in are still really good. Like,
oh, great!
I think the last one that I saw was Walter Mitty or whatever that it was. That was pretty good, underrated movie. The last one that I say is You got to stop me at some point. I'm just gonna keep going. What's in the box at the end of 7?
What's in the box?
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Yeah.
Oh
Yep.
my God.
Okay. Well, we'll move on to the second portion of my task. I only have one for this question.
Okay.
So you can do one or more if you want. But mine is, have you seen Zodiac?
I don't know, actually.
If you haven't, I highly recommend it. But in the scene, Jake Gyllenhaal's character ends up talking to somebody about somebody that they used to work with, and he's there like interviewing them, trying to get.
Did you actually say what it is you're talking about? Like what you're driving at here?
No, yeah, I'm leading up to it.
Okay, sorry. I thought.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to skirt around it without ruining it for you. You
No,
really
not,
should watch
not the actual scene, but like the type, or not the movie or anything, but like what you're talking about. You're talking about like underrated. Stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah. Scenes or movies you think are underrated? Yes.
Yeah.
Brain.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, brain work. Yeah. So Robert, who's played by Jake Gyllenhaal, goes to talk to this guy because he thinks that somebody that he used to work with was the Zodiac killer. And the whole scene is like they come in, it's raining, guy lets him into his house, they go into the kitchen, they're talking, like he just starts asking him questions right away. And then like there's a few things that the guy says that makes him think like, wait a minute, maybe it wasn't the guy they worked with, maybe it was him.
Whoa.
And then he asks one of the questions that he asked earlier, the guy is like, actually, I have this thing down in the basement from back then. Let me go check down there. And then he's like, not very many people have basements in California. And the guy's like, well, I do. And then he starts walking down and he gets down to the stairs and you hear him go, are you coming? And then he like goes down into the stairs and the guy like has a pull string light on and it's like, flickering. It's all scary and like
spooky.
Like he starts to realize like, oh shit, I might be in the basement with the person, you know what I mean? And is like trying to not let on that he knows more than he knows. Cause like, look where I am. And I don't know, man, it's just, I've never been more terrified in a non-horror movie. Like it was so, again, it's kind of one of those things where it's so believably real that it was like, oh my God. Like, again, I watched it when I was much younger, but like watching it for the first time in the complete pitch black dark by yourself, I was like heart pounding, like, oh my God. And I mean, just that movie overall, no one ever really talks about it, but it's a very well done movie and you definitely should watch it if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, for sure. It'll go on my list. Definitely. I'm trying to pick here. I'm not sure how I want to go with this movie because a lot of the movies that I am sort of gravitating towards picking are movies that people know are good, but not many people know about them. You know what I mean?
So like people know of them because they were popular, but they never watched them?
No, the people who know about them know that they're great.
Yeah, so like the Donnie Darkos, that kind of stuff.
I guess. I was thinking of picking Primer.
I don't know if
I think I'm going to pick Primer. It's an indie movie, like fully indie. Like these two dudes wrote and directed, and it's a time loop movie, but like from a sort of scientific perspective. So they build this box that will send you back in time, but it's limited to 1 minute per minute. So as much time as you want to go back to, you have to stay in the box. And it's like filled with argon. So you got to like bring supplies. You're limited on the amount of supplies that you can bring. And it also limits you to the start of the box because you exit the box that you get into just that number of hours before or whatever. So it has to be running. And it is like one of the best, like, I don't know, there's just so much going on in that movie that people have made like whole analyses of the time loops that are happening in this movie. And it is just great. It's a great low budget movie. I think you could just watch it on YouTube.
Like I think they just
I think they just put it up on YouTube. It's just barely a feature film. I think it's like an hour and a half long, so it's nice.
Sounds
and
very
quick,
interesting.
But it's confusing as hell.
Oh, we love those.
Yeah, but it's so good. I think that's one that's underrated because not enough people know about it.
Yeah.
But everybody that I know who's watched it either fucking hates it because it's too intricate or they love it because of how intricate it is.
See, I don't know which one I'll fall in because, like, I know you loved, what was it, Tenet, and I didn't like that.
Yep.
So, depends.
I think Tenet pulls from Primer a little bit. I don't know. I don't think so. The sort of mechanic isn't the same. They're just going backwards, but they don't have to isolate while going backwards. I think that's the thing about Primer is they have to isolate while they're going back.
Yeah.
So they enter and they exit, and it's like a whole other thing going on.
And much more involved rather than gotta be planned out kind of deal. Yeah. It sounds interesting. I'll have to check it out. And I guess I actually have another one, but I'm actually not going to say what it is because you have not watched it yet and I'm not ruining this. But one of the scenes or movies, I'll just say the movie that's underrated is Tusk. If nobody's seen it, go watch it. It's on his list. He's got to watch it. Oh man. It's so good. It's one of those movies that you tell people to watch and they either have the same opinion that I have, which is like, holy shit, that is one of the best fucking things I've watched in a long time. Or they go, why the fuck did you make me watch that? That's so disturbing.
That's good.
And it's like 75-25. 75% of the people go, why the fuck did you make me watch that? That's so creepy and disturbing. 25 of them are like, that's a fucking masterpiece. Like it's...
Yeah.
I think that's why. I think it makes me like it even more. As weird as that might sound.
Okay. I have 2 more picks.
Okay.
First I will go with my Nick Cage pick.
Yeah.
It's The Family Man. Have you seen it?
It sounds familiar, but I can't put a theme to it.
Kind of family comedy where Nicolas Cage is like a very successful investment banker or whatever. And he, like on Christmas or something, he like wishes that something had gone different. And then he wakes up and he's married to like his college sweetheart and they have a whole other life. And he's got to learn to like love her and love the kids. And I don't know. It's a sweet movie. It's a very underrated movie.
I do remember this. I'm looking at clips for it right now. Yeah, this is a really good movie.
Yep. I don't think it's very well known though. It's another one of those types of picks.
Well, because it's not his traditional role. I feel like a lot of the times the ones that aren't, a person's typecast end up getting pushed to the wayside.
Yep. Do you have another pick or you want me to just roll on into my last one?
You can roll on into your last.
All right. My last one is Confessions of a Dangerous Mind. Have you ever heard of this movie?
No.
Okay. I don't expect many people will have. This was George Clooney's directorial debut. It is about game show host Chuck Barris. He hosted The Gong Show, the Newlywed. He hosted The Gong Show. He came up with the Newlywed Game. And there was always these rumors that Chuck Barris was a CIA agent. And some of the weird like prize packages that they gave contestants on those shows were so that he could go and do assassinations for the CIA. Mm-hmm. And that's what this movie's about. It is awesome. Sam Rockwell plays Chuck Barris. George Clooney is like his handler. And all of their friends make appearances. I see Drew Barrymore on the poster. Matt Damon plays a contestant on the Newlywed Game. It's an incredible movie, and I don't think very many people even know about it. And I think based on these ratings, I think it's underrated, even based on the people who have seen it. Yeah,
I just put it on. I just put it on a list to watch.
Yeah, it's great. It's great, and the cast is just because Clooney, it's George. Yeah, because it's George Clooney. It's just got so many people. I'm just going to run down the cast here. Sam Rockwell, Drew Barrymore, Julia Roberts, James Urbaniak, Michael Cera, Maggie Gyllenhaal, Brad Pitt. It's just like Richard Kind. And these are all just like bit roles. They just happen.
Little quick cameos.
Like, hey, could you swing by the set for just a second here?
And of course they will, because it's Clooney.
Yep. So yeah, it's incredible, and I'm a sucker for Sam Rockwell too. So
Yeah,
it's a plus.
Rockwell's great. Well, I think that leads us then into my loose end of the week, which
okay,
it's just become a theme at this point because they're just fun.
They are.
I enjoy them. I think it's a good break. And this one just happened to so perfectly tie into what we were already talking about. So we're going to do a 2000s comedy movie draft.
Okay.
Because, that's just great. So,
oh, boy.
Since it's my, my loose end, you get to pick first.
Oh, God. You can't. Okay. I'm going to need to pause and take a minute to prep for this. Am I allowed to do that?
Sure.
Okay, and do that then. Oh man, I can't apply 2 filters. Damn it. Okay. Taking dodgeball.
Taking dodgeball with number 1.
Taking dodgeball, number 1.
Wow, what a pick. That is a very strong pick.
Yeah. I mean, it's I think that's right. I think I'm right on that.
Taking Step Brothers.
Okay, fair enough. It's a good call.
Yeah.
All right. It's coming into focus for me here. It's coming into focus.
Okay.
I'm taking Waiting.
What a good choice. Nothing wrong with that pick. That's a solid overall pick. This one might be a little controversial to be this high, but I rewatched it again recently, and the 40-Year-Old Virgin is just an absolute classic.
Okay. I feel you. I think you're gonna kick yourself.
No, I know what you're gonna take.
Grandma's Boy.
Oh, well, that was gonna be later on in mine, but yeah, the fact that you're taking 3, I have nothing bad to say about that.
Someone ass getting laid.
Someone ass getting laid tonight. My beef's strong. Your beef wrong.
So good.
Oh yeah.
Adios, turd nuggets.
How could he see me? Oh my god, he's so good. What are we on now? Was that number 3 for me already?
That was your third one.
Oh,
my third pick,
Run Out of Runway,
is the one that I thought you were gonna take. I'm taking Anchorman.
Fair enough. Anchorman's kind of slid on me a little bit. I like it. It's quotable. I don't think I like it as much as I used to.
I still love it.
Super Troopers.
Respectable pick.
Yeah.
For my 4th pick, I'm coming in and I'm taking Jay and Silent Bob Strike Back.
You can have it. You can have it.
I absolutely love that movie.
I'm looking at my list of 2000s movies here. When did Dogma come out? It's not in my list, so I don't think it's in the 2000s, but it's just a curiosity thing.
99.
99. Okay. Oh man, last pick, huh?
Yeah, your last pick.
Wow. What do I go with here?
There's so many good ones.
Oh man. Whatever I pick, I'm gonna be kicking myself later for not picking the other something else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's just so many.
Oh man, that one's underrated.
There's so many underrated ones.
I'm gonna have to say that one. Go back to the underrated and say that after we're done here on this.
Okay.
Taking Goldmember. I'm going with Austin Powers and Goldmember.
Wow.
2002.
That is. I forgot about that. What a good choice. Man. What a good choice. Oh, mine is probably a little slept on. Not a lot of people even think about it, but I'm taking Beer Fest.
Ooh, yeah, man. That's good.
Phil. Who's Barry Badgenath? 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 Who's Barry Badgenath?
Hammaker Schlemmer. That's for some. That's the first thing that I remember from that. Is the Hammaker Schlummer joke.
What's a ZJ? If you don't know, you can't afford it.
If you don't know, you can afford it. He just said it was $20. The one that I will bring up is underrated. This is a very honorable mention. I was going back and forth between Goldmember and Role Models.
Role Models is phenomenal.
Role Models is so slept on.
Dude, there's so many that didn't make it.
Why does he keep calling me Ben Affleck? You white, you Ben Affleck. He's
white,
right, you are white.
Dude, I mean, Wedding Crashers
Yeah, right?
didn't make
The
it.
Proposal.
Yeah.
I looked entirely over The Proposal.
Yeah, Proposal's phenomenal. Wedding Crashers
Rig.
didn't make it in there. Superbad didn't make it on our list. Road Trip didn't make it on our list. Euro Trip, The Hangover.
Scotty
Oh.
doesn't know.
Scotty
I-
doesn't
I-
know that Fiona
I just
and me
have-
do it
I just
every
have
time.
Scotty doesn't know on a playlist. I just listened to it.
Oh, such a good movie, man.
Oh man.
That really was that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the golden age of comedy for me, anyway. Like, that 2000s blocks of movies is just so good. Like, I appreciate a lot of the older ones too, but oh man, there's so
Mhm.
many good ones. Like, so many that I can't even keep track. Like, I'm sure there's a bunch that we missed even talking about, that if I went through a list, I'd be like, that's hilarious.
We didn't say Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
No, I only brought it up in the one scene.
Oh man.
But yeah,
Employee of the Month.
Employee of the Month's phenomenal. Good luck,
Face-
Chuck.
Club Dread. Club Dread's slept on too. That is another Broken Lizard movie. Super Troopers and Beer Fest. But they did
Mhm.
one with like I don't know, it's like a resort, but it's a serial killer resort.
Talladega
Oh,
Nights
man.
wasn't
Bruce
there.
Almighty. Oh, Talladega Nights.
Yep. Oh god, what else?
Wow.
Zombieland was good.
51st Dates.
Little Miss Sunshine.
Zoolander.
Zoolander. Yep.
What is this?
Scary
Center
movie.
for Ants.
White Chicks. White
Van
Chicks.
Wilder.
Oh, Van Wilder's so good. There was just so many good ones. Shaun of the Dead.
The
Oh man.
SpongeBob
like-
SquarePants movie.
I just want to rewatch all of them.
All the Shreks.
All of the Shreks. Every last one of them.
1 through 4 Scary Movie.
I Love You, Man. That one goes under the radar.
Oh. Did that come out in the 2000s?
Yeah.
Do I not have that on my
2009.
All right, that's going on my list.
So good.
I can't believe I don't have that on here already.
In Bruges. That's a good
I
one too.
really struggle with whether In Bruges is a comedy. I gotta
Yeah.
rewatch it. I
It's
know
like,
it's a dark comedy, but
yeah,
like I
I know what
struggle
you
with
mean,
whether
though.
it is at all.
yeah. I mean, 51st Dates is a classic.
Said it already. I just watched Idiocracy the
Yeah.
other day.
Zack and Miri make a porno.
Idiocracy's- Yeah. Hot Rod.
Hot Rod.
Wait, when did Popstar come out? It
Little
couldn't
Nicky.
have been. Oh, Little Nicky.
American Pie 2.
All right. We got to move on.
Oof.
I will ask you. This is not a 2000s movie, but have you watched Popstar yet? Never Stop, Never Stopping.
No.
It's very good. It's a Lonely Island movie.
You said
You should watch
Popstar?
it. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. Nicole and I watched it for the first time not that long ago, and it is good.
I will make note of it.
Okay.
So that leads us on to you.
That leads us on to me. How do I want to organize my screens to make this doable? Here we go. We're going to do it like this. My pick this week is Earth. Like, you know, the planet
He said like it's Earth.
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 We're going to be ranking the planets. Okay.
Okay.
Just the tried and true tier list. All right? That's what we're doing today.
Mm-hmm.
I have to do a little bit of finagling here because I forgot to fully set it up. There we go. There it is. I will be sharing my screen with you
Okay.
in order to do this because that's what we've done in the past.
I will look at your screen when you share it with me.
I will share my screen starting now. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh, okay, there we go. Now I'm doing it. So, I made this tier list. This is our solar system. But I thought, 8 planets kind of weird. kind of sucky tier list with only 8.
And not enough.
So I decided to include the sun, and I wanted to include Pluto, but now there's like other Plutos. So I included dwarf planets also. And here's how we're going to start this. I am going to introduce you to the dwarf planets. Do you know what the dwarf planets are already?
Nope, just Pluto.
Just Pluto. Then I will introduce you to the dwarf planets using the new mnemonic. So, do you remember the old one? How you remember the 9 planets?
I do not.
Okay. It is my very excellent mother just served us 9 pizzas, right?
My very excellent mother just served us 9 pizzas.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Neptune, Uranus, or, scratch that, reverse it, and Pluto.
Yeah.
After they got rid of Pluto, kicked it to the curb, moved on to their next lover, people changed it to my very excellent mother just served us nachos. But Pluto's still a dwarf planet. And then it turns out there's 4 others. So the new one is my very eager mother can't just serve us 9 pizzas. Hundreds may eat.
Jesus.
So these are the, I will say, celestial bodies in our solar system. There is that we will be ranking. Now,
what are we ranking them on?
that's what I was going to ask you about. How do we want to rank them? I thought of a few different ways, like
Okay.
how tasty they look, like how cool they would be at a party if they were a person.
Like we're just a deity, or just a destroyer of worlds, like Barris from Dragon Ball.
I'm
Just
saying
planet looks
think
tasty.
about it. If you picked up a gummy that looked like this, would you eat it?
No.
Well, that's what we're determining.
They all look like rocks or marbles.
But like it's a gummy, you can feel like it's a gummy, right?
Hmm.
Like if they made Sour Patch Neptunes, would you eat those?
Probably. Depends on what flavor it was.
That's what I'm saying.
That's a good point.
But it could be others. I saw one person, I don't think we should do this, but I saw one person ranking planets based on how likely you are to get attacked by a bear.
That's funny, but no, I don't think it's practical. I don't think that works.
No, I think it's only one, really.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Imagine we end up on Mars and the first person that goes there gets mauled by a bear.
Yep. Serves Elon right.
Elon just steps out and just bear comes running.
That's what I call a bear market.
It'd be even funnier if it was an alien in a bear costume, but you could see him like sticking out, like his green fingers and stuff, like the traditional alien.
Yep.
Sticking out, and he's wearing a bear costume.
Okay, so yeah, I thought of if we pretend the planet is a person, how likely are we to invite them to a party?
That one's intriguing.
The thing is, like, how do we do this? I guess I could just pull up like a fact sheet and like see if I pull up any interesting facts about them. All right, let's do that. How likely we're ranking these planets, how likely it is that we would invite them to a party. Cool?
I'm down with it.
All right. Okay, so this is celestial bodies. We will start with the sun and work our way out through the solar system. Okay. So I'm going to tell you what each of these are right off the bat here, because I doubt that you know what the dwarf planets are.
Correct.
So we have the sun, Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, and then 3 more dwarf planets. Oh man. Haumea, Makemake, and Eris.
Makemake?
Yeah. Spelled like it's one word, but it's spelled make.
Sounds like they just took mahi mahi and stuck a K in it.
So it sounds like it sounds like it's like a Polynesian word, right? Make.
Polynesian sauce?
Sure, I guess. They have a whole culture. It's not just a sauce.
I know that, but I just think about Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A.
Oh, nobody knows what Chick-fil-A is.
Yeah, okay.
Let's see. It's named after the deity. Makemake was the name of the god of humanity and fertility in the myths of Rapa Nui, the native people of Easter Island. Why? Pfft, why not? Okay, let's go with the sun. Are we inviting the sun to our frat party?
See, I don't know. It's tough because, like, I feel like the son is one of those people that's like the life of the party. You kind of need him to be there, but they're also a dick.
He just destroys everything.
Yeah, like you need him to be. There's no party without him, so he's got to be there. But nobody really wants him there.
He's Frank the Tank.
Well,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, it depends. I guess it depends on the size of the party, right?
Yeah.
In the end, I think for me, it's going to end up as a B.
I would agree.
Pretty much want him there, but you got to be careful. Got to be careful.
Might get burned.
He's got that fusion going on. Might get burnt. Don't touch that sun. There's two types of people in the world. The people who have to touch the sun to know that it's hot, and the other kind.
The other that just rank it in a tier list.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Mercury. Who is Mercury?
The car company.
Wow. So bland. Is that what you're saying?
Mm-hmm.
See, okay, hold on. He's very bland, right? Mercury, but very colorful. I would say that Mercury is a pickup artist then,
Okay.
right? Like he's that guy that has to have a gimmick. So he wears goggles to all the parties. Dresses very steampunk.
Yeah. We're having a steampunk party.
If it's specifically a steampunk party, you want him there to set the mood.
Yeah, he wears the goggles so the sun doesn't blind him because the sun's
But-
going to be there.
He is going to try to nag on every girl. So I don't think I want him there most of the time.
No.
Right? I'm feeling D.
I bet you are.
Uh-huh. I'm touching D right now.
I would agree with you, though.
With I'm making Mercury touch D. Okay,
Mercury
yeah.
D.
It's got it. He takes those goggles off, puts on just like a neutral color polo. He's gonna be fine, but he's got that gimmick. All right, Venus. Venus.
Venus
She
looks
got
like...
she got no shirt on. She got no arms.
What? No, I feel like Venus is like the chill, relaxed girl that you want to hang out with at the party. Like not the one that's raging, getting hammered. Like the one that you could partner up with and and like run the beer pong table all night, but she's not plastered drunk. You know what I mean? Like she's just a good time, not getting too wild.
Okay.
So for me, that's got to be A tier.
Okay, yeah, but let me tell you this.
Okay.
One Venusian day lasts longer than one Venusian year. Okay. So she orbits the sun faster than she turns around.
Okay.
Does that make her kind of slow? Like she got a little rattling around up there, don't you think?
She might be. Or maybe she's just hyper focused.
This is the slowest rotation of any planet, making the most spherical object after the sun. So she a big rock. I think that's understandable.
Yeah.
What were you saying before? A or S?
A.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna meet you on A. I don't think that knocks her down that much.
No,
it would knock her down out of S tier, but I don't think it knocks her out of A. She's just no brain, just vibes, right?
Yeah.
And that's okay.
E.
All right. We have the popular kid, Earth.
It's gotta be there.
I think so, but do you want him there? This is like how likely you are to invite him. So if you had the opportunity, would you not invite Earth?
No, I definitely would.
You definitely would.
Yeah, because they're like Earth is like that well-traveled like kid. So they got so much different stuff to say. They're entertaining in a different way for everybody.
Okay.
That's
Earth's
how I
got
see
the
it.
social. Earth's got the social butterflies.
It's like that. Earth is like that. Earth comes into that party and it's like that foreign exchange student that just moved in that shows up to the party for the first time, and like they just have all different life experiences, and everybody wants to hang out and talk with them, and it's like you want to hate them, but they're just too fucking cool too.
Yeah, undeniable. I think Earth is undeniable.
Earth is goated.
Yep. I think you're right. you've talked me into it. I think Earth's going S tier. I don't
Yep.
think you can leave him out.
Yeah, it's got to be S tier.
Got to be S tier.
Yep.
All right, Mars. Mars is just. He's a wild man. He's smoking cigarettes inside, outside, anywhere. I
Mhm.
think that's what I hear when I hear Mars.
See, Mars to me is like, it depends on the type of party for Mars. Because if it's like a cool hang out with like friends your age party, no, I don't want Mars there. But like if it's like kick back with just the boys, hang out, like feel like he's got some war stories and things he could share, and he'd be fun. He's
Okay.
like the Joe. He's like the Joe Biz of the planets.
Okay, so Mars gets invited to parties with less than 5 people.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say Mars is probably a B tier.
Yeah, I think that's what that means. Mars is B tier.
Hmm.
You want him around, but you got to watch him.
Yeah.
All right, we are stepping into unknown territory for me. Series. Ceres. Series. Let's check out some facts about Ceres. Named after the Roman goddess of agriculture. So here we got a goddess.
Mm. Got a body of the goddess.
It's the only dwarf planet located in the inner solar system.
So she's popular.
So she's the weird kid that is somehow popular.
Okay. Yeah.
She's the horse girl, right?
Yep.
Like so weird, just draws horses all day. Got that trapper keeper with like fucking Secretariat and the horse from Warhorse in it.
Weird hobbies, but super attractive and really sweet.
I don't know about attractive. Like plain. I'm picturing plain. High ponytail.
Is she Janie from
Yes.
Yeah.
Precisely. That's what I'm thinking of.
Okay.
You know what she is? You know what she is? She is the girl in those makeover movies that the movie producers try to convince us isn't attractive by putting glasses on her. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's
I feel like you want her there.
I think so. I think she's interesting.
Yeah.
Like that she knows so much about horses. She could probably bring a horse.
I think she's A tier because I'd want her there over Mars.
I think I'm seeing no negatives to having her there.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
Mm-hmm. And it's like good, and it's good experience building for her for being there. So like you inviting her is allowing her to grow as a person.
Yeah.
And like
that's why she's popular, right? Because there's no negatives about her. But
yeah.
Okay, we got Ceres and A tier. All right, let's do this next one and then do a recap and then continue. I feel like that's going to be how to go because then we're going to lose. We're going to start losing track. Okay, Next we got Jupiter, the big boy, big lovable boy.
Yeah, I mean Jupiter's like me.
Yeah.
It's like, or at least how I think I'm perceived. So you would be better to take this.
I don't know. Here's the thing, okay? Jupiter's a big lovable boy, right? But he's got that storm in him. Like it could go wrong. Plus, he is popular. You know, he's going to bring his 67 known moons with him.
That's true.
He's going to bring the crew. So he's cool, but are all of his boys cool?
So I feel like he's A tier.
I don't know.
Because that's how you get the party.
Yeah, but you got to be selective, right? Like they're going to roll. You're going to have a party while your parents are away and he's going to roll up with his crew and they are going to trash the place. He's going to come out looking great, but you're not going to know who, stole those family photos.
Yeah, I guess it just depends on which kind of party you want to have. Like if you're having the party with Mars, he's not invited. But if you're having the party where Earth is the the main focus, see, I think you want him there.
Here's the thing, personally for me, I don't want a rager. If you want a rager, then you invite Jupiter. I don't personally want a rager. He'd be C tier for me.
Oh, he's C tier for you?
Personally, yeah. I don't want all of his boys rolling up.
He's A tier for me, so I think that leaves us at a B tier.
Okay, we'll put Jupiter in B tier.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick
This is actually
recap.
really good because we've also had very different experiences with parties.
Yeah, I know, right? All right. Quick recap. In S tier, we have Earth, tried and true. He's the man.
Yep.
All right. A tier, we have Venus, the just chill, laid back lady, and Ceres, the horse girl.
Yep. Janie.
Janie. She got a gun.
Yep.
But not really. She's just got a picture of a horse with a gun. She got a picture of horses doing everything. Fuck horses are. I don't know. Real life horses are weird. Horses in pictures are fucking cool as shit, though. That's just a little peek into my mind. Okay, into B tier, we have the sun. They hold the party together. They are the glue of the party, but might get burned.
Yeah. Also kind of dickish.
Also kind of dickish.
Yep.
Then we got Mars.
The old man of the group.
Yeah. The chain smoker.
Yeah.
The war story man. Yeah. Grew
Little
up
bit
on
of
the wrong side of the tracks, I think.
Salt and pepper in his mustache.
Oh, yeah. Even though he's only 22.
Yeah. He still got
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And then we got Jupiter in B tier. Big, lovable boy.
Yep.
But he's got to bring his crew.
Yeah. He's gonna have friends.
He's going to have friends, and they're gonna cause a ruckus.
Yep. They're here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay, C tier is empty right now. And then
did not
D
see
tier.
a reason to put anything there.
No C series. Avoided C. And then we got D tier, which is Mercury.
Yep.
The pickup artist. The dude who's a little awkward with the flair.
Yep. The guy who wears a floral button-up shirt to a
Oh,
party in
yeah.
the middle of October.
Oh, yeah. And the guy who's 25 but wears an over-the-shoulder fanny pack.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. The guy that you do not wanting going near Ceres.
He's wearing board shorts, flip flops,
Oh,
and
man.
that flannel button up.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Brutal. Okay. No F tiers either.
No F tiers.
Next, we have Saturn.
Mm.
How do we feel about Saturn?
Saturn feels sassy.
Saturn does feel sassy. Named after the Roman god of harvest and time.
Mm.
Is Saturn even going to show up? You want Saturn there. Is he going to show up?
I feel like Saturn's the older sister. Like, sassy, you're not sure if you want her there because she might embarrass you or cause problems, but like all your friends want her there because she's cool and hot. Like,
Okay.
I feel like that's Saturn. I'm gonna say Saturn. Saturn's a C tier for me. The benefit is for the other people, not for you to invite her.
Okay. I can feel that. I feel like I have no strong feelings one way or the other on Saturn. Saturn is just kind of there. Like she's cool. She doesn't stand out to me except she got a ring put on her. You
Yeah,
know?
she did get a ring put on her. But I feel like she got the ring put on her by like her first college boyfriend and it's not gonna last.
Just being I don't know about that. I think she got that ring for just being solid, which is ironic to say about a gas giant, but she's also the lowest density of all the planets.
Yep.
Water floats on Saturn.
That's weird to think about.
Oh man.
Are you swimming or floating if you're moving through that? If you drop water on Saturn, are you swimming or floating through it?
Ooh, good question. I mean, you're falling through the atmosphere and then getting burned up once you get to the core, but
Yeah.
you know how it is.
Yeah.
Would you say C tier? I put it on C tier. That's what it feels like to me.
Yeah. That's what it feels like to me as well.
Okay. Now, your rectum. I mean, Uranus.
Uranus is the comedy person.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Uranus is very self-aware.
Yeah. Uranus is the one that brings all the jokes. They got all the punchlines. They're there to keep the life of the party. When the sun gets a little out of hand, they're there to crack a joke to bring the party back down to where it needs to be.
Yep. And he's quick. He's quick. He's got the shortest day of any planet. And tilted on its side, I believe.
Yeah.
So he's a little off kilter too, you know?
Yeah. Uranus feels like an A tier to me.
Oh, yeah. All right. So we got Uranus right up there. Stuck Uranus right up there.
Yeah.
Um,
Yes.
all up in everybody's business. And now we got Neptune. I don't think I want Neptune there.
Yeah, me neither.
He's the water guy, right? No thanks. I'll just have water, actually. Actually, water is actually really good for you, especially if it's alkaline, because, bacteria can live in acidic environments, but they can't live in No, fuck off, dude.
Yeah.
No, you're not fun at parties. I don't want you there.
He's Bobby Boucher at a party.
Yeah, man.
Water sucks. It
He's the
really,
dude-
really sucks.
He's the dude that takes the Hydro Homies subreddit way too seriously.
Yeah.
That's who he is.
Yeah.
He's an F tier for me.
He's not a bad guy. He just doesn't add any fun to the party.
He's a bummer at parties.
Yeah.
He is the guy.
He's a drag.
He is the guy that comments on something on the internet and people are like, wow, you must be fun at parties. He's the guy you're talking about.
Fun fact, he is indeed not fun at parties.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Now, we only have dwarf planets left. All right.
Yep.
We will start off with Pluto. Pluto was riding high for quite a while there. I don't know if I want Pluto. You know what? I don't know if I want Pluto there.
Pluto's like the little brother. It's like you feel like you want him to be there because you want to show him the ropes, but they also get in the way.
Pluto is the little brother
Pluto's D tier for me.
Who got popular and then abandoned his friends. And then once he wasn't popular anymore, he tried to go back to the dwarf planets and be like, "Hey guys, I'm just one of you again, right?"
He's Nick Cannon from Love Don't Cost a Thing.
Absolutely, he's Nick Cannon from Love Don't Cost. He is Lindsay Lohan from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
That's who he is. He's a D tier, absolutely, at best. I know that people want to go to bat for Pluto, but Pluto don't deserve it. Pluto abandoned his other dwarf planet friends.
Yeah.
So D tier with Pluto. He can show up if we just need more bodies. If we're short on a game of Flip Cup, he can show up. But I don't want him there otherwise. Okay, and now we have, oh boy, this one's tough for me to pronounce. Haumea.
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 I'm going to need you to go and look up this guy, actually.
What'd you say it was?
This is Haumea. Haumea. He a fucking weirdo.
He's oblong.
Yeah, he's the least spherical planet.
My dude's a straight skipping rock.
And check out those moons. Those moons are like pretty big compared to him too. So he's bringing friends also.
Yeah, he's an oddball that travels in a pack.
Haumea and its moons were named after the Hawaiian goddess of childbirth. So okay, so it's a she. She's coming here.
She's coming, but she's bringing her kids.
She's bringing her kids, and she's trying to hook up with the most popular dude there.
Yeah, she's a F tier.
She's trying to get it with Earth or Jupiter. She's aiming high.
Yeah,
there.
She wants another moon.
I think she's too stuck up for Uranus, and I'm not feeling that. Not feeling that.
Oh, you went there. I love it.
It's too good. It's too good.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, she F tier.
Yeah,
she trashy.
Yeah.
All right. What do we have now? Another exoplanet. This one's Makemake. Makemake. It sounds fun, doesn't it? Who's this named after?
Person with a cool name.
This is your Xavier.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find what it, I read it earlier.
You know who it reminds me of?
The god of humanity and
when
fertility.
I think of Makemake, you know who I'm thinking like of our name? RJ.
Okay.
No, I'm saying like just different. Just rolls different.
Just
real cool.
Rolls different. That transfer student.
Yeah,
this is that transfer student.
Mm-hmm.
But okay, let me pitch this also.
Okay.
God of humanity and fertility in the myths of Rapa Nui, the natives of Easter Island. Those heads, those are modeled after Makemake. So you got to imagine he looks like an Easter Island head.
So he's
okay, but somehow he gets it.
Yeah, he's got the strong jawline.
Yep. but that long face.
Long face.
Mm,
Yeah, but he's interesting.
he's interesting.
Cool.
But he demands the attention. He's demanding that attention just with how he looks.
I'm gonna say C tier.
I think I'm right there with you. Yeah. There's a lot of positives, a lot of negatives to this dude.
Yeah.
He's kind of an outsider too. Like
Yep.
that he is a transfer student, so
Got a lot of cool party tricks to
He's-
show you.
yeah, he's been around for a couple years, but I don't know about him yet.
Yeah.
All right. I like it. And finally, we have I would pronounce this Eris. I looked up a pronunciation before. I think it's Aris. Eris.
Eris.
E-R-I-S.
I broke Eris.
Eris, the ancient Greek goddess of discord and strife. So, which way do you swing on this? She's gonna bring drama. Do you want that or not? I think most of the time, no.
No.
But sometimes you'd need that party to get spiced up a little bit.
Yeah. She's B tier.
I think she's B tier.
She's there with Mars and the sun.
I was
like-
exactly thinking Mars, like her and Mars
Yeah.
make a party interesting.
Yeah.
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 But
Yeah.
you don't want her there, but she's also B tier. Like you got to pick two. You got to pick two from B tier.
Yeah.
You can't have all four
two.
of them there.
No, you can only have two. You
You
got
can
all
either have-
four as a rager.
It's no good. Like you
Everybody's
got to
getting the
have.
cops call. People are getting arrested.
Here's the pairings actually that I think you got to have Sun and Jupiter or Mars and Eris, right? Because the Sun is gonna keep Jupiter's boys in line, gonna keep them in check.
Yep.
But Mars and Eris, they make an interesting party. I think that feels right.
I fuck with it.
All right. So there we are. That is it. That is all of our solar systemal bodies ranked. How cool are they at a party?
Yeah.
We
that was-
have. I'm just going to run it down real quick. We have S tier, Earth, undeniable. A tier, we already said Venus and Ceres, but we also added Uranus because of Uranus. B tier, we have, and you pick two from this column. Only pick two. I think it goes best in pairings, but you can only take two from this one. We got the Sun and Jupiter and Mars and Eris. Those are B tier. Kind of want them there, but it's situational. C tier. It would maybe be best if they weren't there, but in a specific situation, you got to have them. Saturn, very just normal lady. She's going to be there. She's going to hold the party together, and she got a ring put on her, so there's got to be something to her. And Make, the interesting transfer student. He's cool, but he's got a weird look about him. D tier, we have Mercury and Pluto. Pluto, that kid, he abandoned his friends. He abandoned his boy. And F tier, you don't want him there. Neptune, he's just going to be talking about water and how cool water is. And Hamia, because she trashy, I think is what we came to with Hamia.
Yeah, she's trashy.
She trashy. So that's it.
That was way more fun than I expected it to be. I gotta
I
be honest
know,
with you.
right? Me too.
That was good. The explanations sold it.
That was good. I liked that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have anything else to ask or say about planets?
Nah, just that space is weird and scary.
Space is weird. Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff out there, but also not a whole lot of stuff out there.
Yeah. It's just really, 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 really weird.
Oh yeah. All right. I guess I'll go ahead and move into my loose end.
Oh boy, what you got for us this week?
Let's see. When is this coming out? This episode's coming out the 27th. Okay, so we still got a little bit of time in Spoopy month. My loose end is a podcast that I started listening to today. Earlier in the month, I found a thread where people were asking what the best like horror fiction podcasts are because, you know, obviously everybody knows about like My Favorite Murder and you know, Last House on the Left and that stuff, or Last Podcast on the Left, right? The stuff that people know about, but it's just people talking about their favorite scary stuff or murders or whatever. I wanted to find a good horror podcast. And I found this one, started listening to it today actually, called the Magnus Archive. And it's like a written fiction podcast. So it's scripted, and the conceit is this guy like took over the archive at this, I guess, Supernatural Research Institute, and he's going through and like re-recording the archives and going over the sort of like weird stuff that they encounter. And I'm like hooked. I listened to like 15 episodes today, and it is very good. I haven't really gotten so far in that I could really tell you what it's about, but
How long are the episodes?
they're like 15-20 minutes, I think. They're not that long.
Sounds interesting.
But it's very good. It's like, and it's good in a way that I can't really compare to other things. So I think I made the mistake of looking at the wiki a little bit. Like there's a fan wiki for it. Like it's popular enough and sort of intricate enough that people have made a wiki to sort of keep track of it. And it sounds like there are sort of fundamental fears in the world, and those have spawned entities.
Okay.
And that's the sort of draw of the show, is as you listen to it, you sort of pick up on similarities, and there's like recurring characters in each of these people's separate accounts, and you see like themes recurring. Like there's a bunch where like you notice eyes, and I don't know, so far it has absolutely hooked me. The stories are like so unsettling. There was one story about these sisters that went cave diving, and I don't know how you feel about that. Like I'm not normally claustrophobic, but when I hear stories about cave diving, and especially how they can go wrong, that is like the scariest thing to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that is very, very scary.
So that was like the most affecting one that I've listened to so far, but I highly recommend giving it a listen if you like horror stuff. And I will say, if you don't like horror movies, still give it a chance, because I have realized a lot lately that horror movies are not really my bag. I don't like a horror movie, but a horror book or a horror like audio show are like so much more engaging and terrifying to me. I think because you're filling in those gaps on your own with your own mind, you can think of something way more scary than something that you can put on the screen for the most part. I mean, I'm sure there's exceptions like the Babadook.
Yeah.
You know, but like, yeah, these, and especially a show like this that has like a lot of cosmic horror. Very good. Very good.
Sounds interesting.
I'll just sort of turn this into a little question. What is your favorite horror thing that you've actually
What is my favorite
experienced? Horror thing, horror piece of media, book, show, podcast, movie.
We actually already talked about it, because like I told you, I don't.
We sure did.
Horror doesn't. In general, like horror movies don't freak me out or scare me at all. Like most of the time, I find them very like.
It's the psychological horrors, right?
Yeah, the Tusk, man.
Yeah.
Because I tell you, when you watch this movie and you realize like how fucked up it is, but how realistic that it could happen.
Okay.
That shit just fucking sends you in a whole nother loop of like, holy fuck. Because like, here's the thing, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I'm picking up every time he drops the chainsaw, I'm picking it up, killing him, done for.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, like Saw could happen, but like it's way harder to get a group of people than it is a singular person. Like there's just always something that makes it a little less believable. But when you get a good like psycho thriller where that shit could like really be real, like I mean, even when we talked about it before, Midsommar, like it's out there, but it's believable. Like I don't know about all the different cultures that are out there.
Yeah, right. That's interesting, because all of the horror movies that you sort of bring up are like real world things, and I don't think I've ever like really I don't know, Midsommar is good, but other than like a couple notable examples, I don't think I have really related to any like realistic horror. It's when like the sort of scope expands and it expands out to cosmic horror is when I start to get interested. I don't think there's very many movies like that, actually. So maybe that's why I'm not attached to a whole lot of horror movies.
Yeah.
But like Lovecraft as a genre, and like SCP, which I think we talked about on the last one.
Yeah.
Like the big cosmic horrors are really good. I did just read an SCP the other day about a chair. I told you about SCP, right? It's like anomalous objects and beings and stuff.
Yeah.
That this foundation is trying to secure, contain, and protect from. So I read about this chair, and it really wanted to be very helpful. So anytime anybody within a mile of it just needed some place to sit, it would teleport directly behind them for them to sit on. And then this one group got wind of it, and it was breaking the laws of physics. It could teleport its whole mass all at once, and it could teleport in and out of secure places, and it was just too dangerous. You couldn't secure it. It was too dangerous. So they put it through a wood chipper, and then it didn't die. It just had weapons. So now whenever it encounters somebody from that group, it teleports part of its mass into their lungs and tears them apart from the inside.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah. So the way that they ended up containing it was by convincing it that it was being very helpful by being mulch in a garden. And they are like very nice to it. And as long as it thinks that it's being helpful, it's very nice.
Oh, okay then.
It's so good. People who write SCPs are like incredible. It's one of those things because it's a community project. It's incredible how creative people are. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. Before I keep rambling on, anything else you want to add?
No, that's all I can think of, really. I mean, I can't really think of any other ones that like really ever got to me.
Yeah, I hear you.
Like, I think all like horror movies when you're a little kid kind of scare you a little bit, but like, and once you get older and you realize like that shit ain't real.
Oh man, Mars Attacks was that movie was so scary as a kid.
That's what got you.
That's what got me.
Oh, mine was
not The Exorcist.
That was
Mars
mine.
Attacks.
The Exorcist, dude. I watched like just like 20 minutes of it with my sister at one point. She didn't know I was in there watching it, and that shit scared the bejesus out of me. And I left. I only watched 20 minutes of it because I left. I was like, I'm out. Catch me somewhere else. But like now,
man. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the horror things that like gave me nightmares as a kid. I think it was like it was Mars Attacks and Silent Hill, and that's it. Like the opening to Silent Hill, the first Silent Hill video game, terrifying. I don't know if I told you, but I tried playing through Silent Hill not that long ago.
Really?
And, yeah, I couldn't do it.
Just too bad.
That game is fucking scary as shit. Like I played through right up until the first flip. I don't know what it's called, like in world, but the flip when it goes from being like the regular Silent Hill to Silent Hill.
Yeah.
I like played up until that, and I like got out of the elevator or whatever the door is that like and the walls are bleeding, and I'm like, I think I'm good. And I stopped playing and I didn't go back. This was a few years ago, actually. It wasn't that recent, but still, like that game is scary as hell.
Yeah, I don't think we ever talked about that before, really, with Silent Hill. That's cool that you went back and tried it, but it was still just creepy.
Yeah. I could fight through it. I was literally just like, I think I'm good, actually.
Yeah, like I don't
positive
is not there for me.
Yep, I don't really need this. All right.
Yeah, I get that.
That's all I got. I'm gonna keep rambling if we keep going. So bring us to the outro.
To the outro we go.
Thank you and congratulations for making it to the end of this episode of Queered on the Street. We have been your hosts, Vince and Josh. You can find us on our socials. You can find us on Twitter at Queered on the Street, QUORD on the ST. If you're listening to us on YouTube /Queered on the Street, go ahead, like, subscribe, and comment. And wherever you're listening to us, whether it's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you can leave a review. Please leave us a review. If you tell us what we can do worse, I promise I will read it on the podcast unless it's just too mean.
If you have any need to contact us in a longer format, you can email us at courtonthestreet@gmail.com, or you can visit us on our website, courtonthestreet.xyz. Feel free to leave us a voice message on there. If you want to reach out to us individually, you can get a hold of us at our personal Twitters. Mine is @I'mScuzzy, IMSKUZZEY.
And I am at V_C, spell out the underscore. We would finally like to acknowledge the people that made this podcast happen. Josh Wardle, who is the original creator of Wordle.
And Freddie Meyer, the creator of Quordle, who you can find on Twitter @Quordle.
And with that, we will just ask you, as always, to
Get the cord out.